Good evening, everyone. This is Danielle, and I'm here to speak about my most memorable conflict. The most memorable conflict that I can remember having was with my sister about 2 years ago. And this conflict really hurt me because I only have one sister, and for 2 years almost, we didn't speak because of this. And it was over a stupid, trivial thing. One day we were having a cookout at my house, and I am pretty much the only one in my family that does not drink. Everyone else in my family drinks either beer, alcohol, or both on any occasions that we have. On this particular day, everyone was having a nice time, and all of a sudden, some other family members of mine started to get a little out of control. So I called the barbecue quits and wanted everyone to go home. I volunteered to take some of the people home who was a little too intoxicated to drive, but my sister, who had been drinking since 12 o'clock that afternoon, felt as though she was not that intoxicated and she was okay to drive herself home and her 1-year-old grandson, which is also my great nephew. I put a stop to this. I told her that she was not capable of driving, that my nephew could stay home at my house as long as he wanted. She could even stay, and I would take them home later or they could spend the night. She insisted on driving, which led to a heated argument, and then she also proceeded to tell my boyfriend some terrible lies about me still seeing my ex-husband, which was a total lie. So I had to intervene with that, and it just got really ugly. Thank God my boyfriend doesn't drink, so he knew that everyone there was intoxicated, so he did not believe a word she said. But she still insisted on bandering my name and saying all this bad stuff about me to the point where I made her leave. She ended up going home with another family member of mine. I kept my nephew at my house until his mom was able to come and pick him up. And for about 2 years, she wouldn't speak to me. Every time I went to a family function, she would just look at me and just roll her eyes and go the other way. I tried many times to talk to her about this situation, but she would refuse to talk to me. So after a while, I just felt as though, okay, she doesn't want to talk about it. She doesn't want to admit that she has an alcohol problem, and there was nothing I could do. Here recently, about the last couple of months, about 2 months ago, we did resolve our conflict, and she did come to realize that she was wrong that day, and she apologized, and I apologized to her also, even though I didn't do anything wrong. It just seemed like it was the right thing to do. And we have a relationship again, but to this day, our relationship has never will never be the same because there's always that tension between us two that I wish wasn't there, but there's nothing I can do about it. And I don't feel bad about it because I know in the long run I saved her life, I saved my nephew's life, and I will do it again for anyone else in my family or a friend of mine. So, again, this is Danielle, and I thank you for listening to my presentation about my memorable conflict, and I hope everyone has a good evening.